Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put together this macaw applique pattern. And I do want to point out that this one is a scarlet macaw, but the pattern includes all of the pieces and placement guides that you need for 4 different types of macaws. Here's how to put it together. Okay, this is the video showing how to assemble the macaw block if you are using a light box. So first, let me just tell you what I've got. I've got my light box on. I've got it turned all the way up. I've got a tempered glass cutting board. This is new. You do not have to have this, but I'm experimenting with it. Just if I were doing this like a normal person, I would just be able to slide this silicone sheet off of my light box and onto my ironing board. But because I need to be set up with all of the lights and everything, I have to lift it and carry it, and sometimes my pieces shift. So I am experimenting with doing my assembly on a glass cutting board, and it's tempered glass. That's really, really important if you decide to do this. Tempered glass cutting board, so that I can iron right on the cutting board without having to worry about shifting my pieces. So light box, tempered glass cutting board, placement guide, and a clear silicone sheet. And I also want to point out that for the macaw, there are 4 different types of macaws that you can make with the pattern, and you can probably make more by mixing and matching the pieces, but I've given you placement guides for 4 different ones. And what I'm going to make here is the severe macaw. I want to point out one more thing, that is that the back of the body is going to get cut off by your printer. The amount of body that gets cut off will be different with every brand of printer. So it's not something that I can standardize for, but it doesn't matter. You've got plenty of other guides here to position your pieces. You don't really need that continuous line there, but I wanted you to be able to print the pieces out at 100% without having to do any kind of crazy resizing. So here we go. All of my pieces are prepared and ready to go. So I've printed the pattern pieces onto the paper side of fusible backed adhesive. I use Heat and Bond Light for all of my quilts. And then I fused it to the back side of the fabric, cut it out on the solid lines. The dotted lines are placement guides. You don't need those. You can ignore them. They're only there for people who are not using a light box. So we are ready to go. So I'm going to peel off the paper backing and position that piece. There we go. Just line that piece up with the edge there. And then we've got piece number 2. So the pieces are all numbered. You will not be using every piece. So I'm going to move this off of here for a second. There is a piece 2 that is possible that gives you a little yellow piece on the back of, I think the Hyacinth Macaw has that. So not every placement guide is going to use all of the pieces, but you've got lots of extra pieces in there so that you can make the 4 different macaws that are included in the pattern, but you can also probably make some other macaws using the same pieces, just mixing and matching them yourself. But the pieces do tell you what order you're placing them in. So we went from piece number 1 to piece number 3 because there is no piece number 2 on the severe macaw. Piece number 4 is the body. Great big body piece. And they are a really lovely green. So we are just going to lay that down so that it is lined up with its edges. Here we go. So now there's no 5 on this one, but there is a 6. The 6 is, he's got a white spot behind his eye, a great big patch of white there. We're just going to line that up. If you ever have trouble getting the lines to show through your fabrics, just touch it down so that you're making contact, and that will make those lines show through better. So now we're going to do piece number 8, which is his eye. And again, if I make contact, I'll show you, here's the eye, and so you can just see that through there if you make that contact. There we go. Number 9 is his wing. And his wing is also green. It's basically the same color as the body. I just used a slightly different print. These are both greens from the Classic Rainbow collection. And I just used 2 different prints in the same shade of green so that they would be set off from each other. And then a severe macaw has a little red sliver on the front of their wing. So that is piece number 12. And we'll just get that lined up. All right, so I am going to very carefully move this to my ironing board. I'm going to lift up the cutting board, but you can also just slide if you have this on an ironing, if you're doing this work on an ironing board, which is what I would be doing if I were not shooting video. I would just slide that silicone sheet off, but you want to take it off with the silicone mat, press everything in place with the silicone mat under it. So you're going to fuse all the pieces together on the silicone mat, let them cool, and then peel them off and fuse them on your quilt block. And then you will do all of the outline stitching, and I'll bring it back here and I'll show you this finished macaw, and as well as the other 3 macaws that you can make with the same pattern. All right, here is a finished scarlet macaw, but I want to show you all of the other specific types of macaws that I made. And you can use a lot of these pieces to make some other kinds of macaws also that I didn't specify in the pattern, but just look them up and see what they look like and what colors go where. Like a lot of them have this kind of an eye spot, so, and different beak colors and different kinds of patterning on their wings. So you'll probably be able to make some other versions too, but here are the ones that I made. I made a scarlet macaw. This one is a hyacinth macaw, so it's really, really vivid blue. And instead of the big eye patch, it just has a little spot around its eye. So you've got that option. And then this one is called a severe macaw. So it just has one little contrasting stripe on its wing and the big eye patch. And I did one more. This one is a blue and gold macaw. So 4 different macaw options. This one has a contrasting breast, so that gives you that option also with some other macaw varieties. So 4 different macaws that you can make, plus probably others that you can put together using any of the extra pieces that came with these guys. You can get the pattern at shinyhappyworld.com. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.